Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick unboxing and feature overview of the Realme's new toothbrush, the budget toothbrush which still comes with the same sonic electric motor. So this is the Realme N1 alongside the box of the M1 which we had talked about earlier. You can see that there's quite a lot of difference with the design itself, but with features it is quite different. The Realme N1 is priced at Rs 800, which is, quite less when you compare that with the N1. But how does it actually differ? These are the major differences. If you look at the motor speed itself, the Realme M1 was having a motor of 34,000 times per minute. That's the frequency of the motor. Here the N1 comes with a lesser speed, that's 20,000 times per minute, but it still is much faster than what you see in the current market or from the brands like Oral-B and Colgate. But apart from that, it's the same DuPont antibacterial bristles, so there's no difference in that. And the battery life differs here. It offers a better battery life of 130 days when compared to the 90 days battery life of the Realme M1. And there are three cleaning modes here, while there were four on the Realme M1. Here the three include soft, clean and polish. Alongside that, it comes with the IPX7 water resistance. So the price of 800 is pretty interesting, given the fact that the current market leaders like Oral-B and Colgate offer their sonic electric toothbrushes with even lesser prices as well. But the thing is that what you see in terms of the specifications and features there, you don't really even get to know the specs there. The fact that these come from very well-known brands, people have just blindly trusted those brands and have never checked what they really offer. I'm talking about these kind of examples. I personally ordered these only to check out how they work, because that's what I have. I'm professional at these things. I have recommended for years and years. I have recommended different kind of toothbrushes. So these are some of the budget options, one from Oral-B, one from Colgate, and we would be doing a proper separate test with replication of plaque formation on the teeth when someone eats chocolates or any kind that kind of food. And we'll try to do the brushing with both the options, all the options actually, the Realme N1, then that Oral-B and the Colgate toothbrushes. So this is the box package, which offers a few things, including the quick start guide, the getting started guide. Of course, we'll talk about the specifications as well as the guide on how to use it, how to attach and how to use the toothbrush. And now about the features that are given here. The battery life is of 130 days for the soft mode. When you go into the cleaning mode and the polish mode, the battery life would get reduced. But the best part is, you're seeing, this is the best part here. It comes with the USB Type-C port and the USB Type-C cable. So you don't have to use any proprietary charger separately. You don't have to use the AA or AAA battery options. It's the Type-C charging, which is a very good thing here. Now, here's the toothbrush. With the height, it's quite tall. Again, let's compare it here, and you can see that the Colgate option is almost the same length with the brush head on it. Here, let's see if we add the brush head, how much is the height there. So now if you place it here, now you can see that this is quite a tall toothbrush when you compare that with the Colgate option. And let's the Oral-B option actually there, and this is the Colgate one. You can see that there is quite some difference here, and the Realme toothbrush, the N1, is quite tall. There are certain advantages and disadvantages with the same. The advantage here is that you can easily reach the deeper areas of the mouth towards the end, the molars. But there's the disadvantage as well. This toothbrush does not really have the flexibility which some of the other options offer. Even this one does not have the same flexibility. But what you see here is a complete flat and a very solid toothbrush. So sometimes when you try to reach the corners or even the grooves between the teeth, what happens is this would not really do well in those areas, because what happens is that you either try to push it with your own pressure, or else what happens is that gets ignored. Those areas cannot be cleaned at all. Now, about the bristles here, these come with a thickness of 0.15 mm, that's the diameter, and these blue bristles are the indicators for the replacement of the brush heads. And Realme says that they would be offering the brush head replacement on the online stores wherever they are selling the toothbrush. And now these come with a light indicator. You have the three modes here. The first mode is the soft, and next is the clean, and the third one is the polish. So these are the three modes that are offered here, and then you have the battery indicator as well. The battery indicator also has different color options. I mean, if it's 100 to 40%, then it shows green, 40 to 20 shows orange, and 20 to 10% shows red, and under 10% it would be a red flashing, double flashing light. So that's how it is. And once you have used the toothbrush for more than 8 seconds on a particular mode, what happens is it records the it in the memory, and the next time you start the toothbrush it would go back to the same mode. Now now if I do it for multiple times, it would keep changing the mode. See, if I am using it right now, and I'll show you, it's about 8 seconds now, I guess. Yeah, once it is done for 8 seconds, it would go back to the same mode. Now if I change the mode here and use it for 8 seconds, it would keep that in the memory, and next time I start toothbrushing, it would go back to the same mode here. So this is the kind of memory it gets. And again, the sound is not much. It's less than 55 decibels of noise for even the highest mode, that is the polish mode here. And you can see here the memory here is for the mid, that is the cleaning option. So that's how this works. Actually on the polish, you would be able to notice that it does a vertical and horizontal kind of movement here for the polishing of the teeth. When you have stains of tea, when you have the stains of coffee, or even when you have the cigarette smoking stains, those stains can be removed from the polish mode. But again, I would say the same thing that I said on the Realme N1. When brands like these come with heavy specifications, this was the Realme M1's complaint from my side. When brands come with heavy specifications, they don't realize that the power offered here is not going to be so easy for every toothbrush user to accept. For someone who has used orthodontic braces or the caps that were recently placed, it's not easy to use these kind of heavy brushes that have a very powerful motor. For them, I would rather recommend these kind of toothbrushes which are more on sound. Of course, they are heavy on sound, but the brushing here is quite easy. If I go into the mode, the soft mode on this one versus the single mode on this one, it's easier to do it with the Colgate 360 than with the Realme 1. So there's a difference, of course, but again, that depends from user to user, and a dentist would rather recommend based on the condition there. But for someone who doesn't really have any issue and is trying to brush their teeth without any prior condition before this, they haven't got any treatment done in the recent times, and it's just the regular cleaning that was done, and then the regular brushing was recommended. At that point of time, I would say the Realme N1 won't be a bad option. And in my other video, I'll be trying to show you an entire comparison of how brushing from each of these toothbrushes would actually clean the teeth. So that would be a worthy demo to wait for. So that would be coming in a day or two, and I'll also explain why entry of these kind of brands like the Realme or Xiaomi's entry into the this particular market of dental products. I mean only the toothbrushes right now is what is offered. So that is a good thing, because brands like Oral-B, Colgate, they don't really have any specifications mentioned on their packages, and that's not that's not a big complaint, but it's like a blind trust that a person has had all the while till this point, until these brands came in and told that this is what we really offer inside the toothbrush. The frequency of the motor, the thickness of the bristles, the kind of bristles that are present here, the kind of modes that are present here. Multiple modes is something that you don't see on other brushes. Even these two brushes that I have shown you, one is priced at around 600, one is priced at around 400. They both come with a single option, and you can see the disturbance that these brushes offer. Of course, the disturbance would be lesser with this, but you can clearly see that's the difference here. Now, this is also running right now, but there's no real heavy noise that you're seeing here. So that's the difference here between the toothbrushes. And also the brush here, the Realme N1 is having a weight of 80 grams, 60 grams, and along with that, this has an 800 mAh battery, and towards the bottom, as I said, this is the USB Type-C port to charge it. So the full review of this one compared to the Realme M1 would be coming soon, but I'm going to compare these three toothbrushes in particular to let you know about what these three offer and which one should be your ideal choice if you're someone who don't really has a condition to treat and who needs it for regular brushing. So you can wait for that video, which would be coming live very soon. But for now, that's it. This was all about the Realme N1 toothbrush. I hope you like this video. If you do, do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you on our next video.